Hello, everyone. It is Brian Kennedy, Mayor of Glendale, Wisconsin. Many of you have been subscribing to my TikTok series for a while, where I've been explaining to you the intricacies of local government, what local government does, how it works, and a lot of things that you maybe read about in the newspaper but just didn't know about. Well, moving forward from today on, this series, Conversation with a Mayor, is now going to be across all social media platforms. It's going to take this TikTok series I've been working on, combine it with a Substack column that I write, and engaging all the social media platforms. Politics in Washington can feel abstract, right? We hear about them making decisions, but we don't always connect the dots with how it impacts us on a local level. So, for example, when there are cuts made to federal housing programs, you may not realize that that might be the difference between your neighbor being able to stay in their home or not. When you hear about cuts at the Department of Education, you may not recognize it until you see firsthand that the classroom size has increased at your kid's school, or that programs that you used to rely upon at the school no longer exist because there's no longer funding for them. When people in our community are demonized, the LGBTQ community, immigrants groups, and others, it's our neighbors that are directly impacted. It's our neighbors that are made to be afraid and scared to leave their homes, scared to go to work, scared that the tax might come next to them. So as a mayor, every day I see these decisions in Washington and I wonder, how is it going to impact the people that I serve in the community that I serve? I'm also the national president of Democratic Municipal Officials, or DMO. DMO represents the largest constituency in the Democratic Party. There are tens of thousands of Democrats who hold local office across the country. They serve as mayors, they serve as school board members, they serve on city councils and village boards, they serve in other elected capacities at the local level. And so I have this network of tens of thousands of people who I connect with regularly, and I am hearing stories from them as well about how decisions made in Washington are impacting them and the people that they serve. So, as the leader of a large organization where I have access to so many different colleagues and their stories, I'm now going to be much more deliberate in these conversations with the mayor in connecting the dots between decisions made in Washington and how it impacts us at the local level. And I'm going to share with you many of the stories that I am hearing from my colleagues across the country. Every day, I produce a Substack. That Substack is going to be the theme for my TikTok videos that day, and we're going to share both the Substack as well as the TikToks across all the social media platforms. So if you want to understand better how Washington decisions are going to impact your street, your community, your neighborhood, your children's school, and your city, then stick with me. Become one of the followers here in Conversations with the Mayor. Every day, we're going to look at a different aspect of Washington decisions and how it's likely to impact you at the local level. I'm going to put a link below to my Substack. Please become a free subscriber, and please follow along here on TikTok, and you can find me across all the social medias. I'm at Glendale Brian on all the social medias.